Hello everyone, I'm Rachel Tessman from stampyourartout.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Andover, Minnesota in the US, and I'm here to bring you a live paper crafting class. It is Wednesday, February 28th, 2024 at 11 a.m. Central Time as I'm coming to you live. So if you're watching, say, an hour or two later, you're probably not watching the live, but there's still a place to add comments. I would love to read what you have to say today. It's fun to see where you're from. It's fun to see how much experience you have as a fellow paper crafter. I love to know if you're a demonstrator. I love to know if you got the starter kit this last couple months, because it's a good one. But yeah, tell me about yourself. It's fun to read these comments after the live is done. I even try to catch some of them during the live, but I have two special people that help me out because I would be very distracted if I tried to pay attention to the comments 100% of the time while I'm doing my live. And so we have Trisha Josephs on YouTube and we have Lisa Marshall on Facebook. They are my friends and my helpers. They help me answer questions. So if you have a question during the live, just shout it out and one of my moderators will help take care of answering that for you. So, oh, thanks, Virginia. I noticed that my friend Joanne from Coon Rapids is with us today. Hi, Joanne. I think about you a lot. It's nice to see your name pop up. So, let's see here. What else do I want to tell you before we get going on this? We have a prize drawing. We have a prize drawing on every Wednesday live, pretty much every Wednesday live, and it's having to do with comments. So if you comment, you get entered. If you share the video, I really appreciate that. So please share, but then comment that you shared because that will get you entered. So yeah, let's have fun. We're going to play around with a kit called the, oh gosh, now I forgot the name of it. Hang on a minute. Can you believe it? We have a lot of kits. Love this memory notebook kit. And I got it a long time ago. I have to be honest with you guys. I got it, oh gosh, probably when it first came out. And then it just sat on my shelf for a long, long time. And I thought to myself, I don't know, is this me? I don't want to make it. And then Sale-a-Bration began, January, and February hit, and they started adding more things to our free picks for Sale-a-Bration, and one of them was this kit. And I thought to myself, okay, Rachel, open it up and let's see what's in there. So that's what I did. I opened it up and I was amazed at the bright, cheerful colors, the imagery. I think that sometimes the photographs that you see on the internet or in a catalog or whatever for that product doesn't always do it justice. And so I'm going to bring that kit to you today, and we're going to make 20 cards from that kit. It is meant to be a kit for journaling. You're supposed to make this creative journal out of it. But I didn't even, and I can't say I didn't touch the journal. I actually started cutting the journal and then realized I did not need to. So we're going to take the parts and pieces besides the journal part, and we're going to create 20 cards. Let me pull up the measurements for you. All right, and we'll bring you over to my computer screen. Here we go. So this is the Love This Memory notebook kit, and it's going to be turned into 20 cards. You can see images of all those cards right there. You don't have to take a screenshot though. This PDF will be available and downloadable in about a little over an hour at 12:15 p.m. Central Time. You'll be able to download this and add this to your computer files, or you can print it off and refer back to it when you want to locate the video again, because it has the date on it, it has the name of the project that we're doing. The supplies and the measurements are in there so you can get products ready and you can have fun and watch the video along with it. So not too many measurements, not too many supplies to really keep track of. We're going to open up that kit now. And then let's go to the desktop here. All right, and I think I'm going to zoom in a bit because we look a little far away. So let me take and just zoom. This is what the kit looks like when you get it. It's in a box. And then when you open it up, you have this amazing stamp set, which has a ton of stamps in it. You have an ink pad to use. These are called spots. They're little mini ink spots, or mini ink pads, I should say. And then you get this packet that has all the products that you need. The consumables are in here, including adhesives with this kit because it's a kits collection kit, and it includes stamps and ink. You also get a block. So we have that ready to roll. Oh, and also the instructions. There's like a little PDF, printed PDF or little instruction sheet there. So let's pull those pieces out from another kit that I've already got here. I'll be using the ergonomic blocks that Stampin' Up! Offers online. And then we're not going to use the ink spot, so I'm just going to save that away because we're going to substitute the ink for a black ink. We're going to use Tuxedo Black Memento ink. I've already got a stamp set from my kit that I put together the original cards for, so we're going to use that one because it's already a used stamp set. And then we've got adhesives, we've got some tape, we have all these fun pieces. So let's take a look at the other consumables. Oh, wait, let's look at this first. So this is what you're supposed to make with the kit. Now, why did Stampin' Up! Add some more things to the celebration picks? Because sometimes people like to purchase a lot, like myself. And so by the time the next month comes around, February 1st, we're like, oh, I already have all that stuff. So it's nice that there's even more choices. If you are interested in looking at those choices, I'm going to bring you to my computer one more time so I can show you. Oops, wrong one. Okay. When you're over on the website, stampinup.com, you can access that from Stamp Your Art Out, but stampinup.com is where you shop. And when you're here, there's like little banners that go across, and if you don't catch that banner at the right time, you can go to the menu up here and you click on specials, and then you go to Sale-a-Bration, and you can see the free choices at a level 1 or level 2 offering. Basically what's happening now through the end of February, so there's 2 more days, today and tomorrow, there's 2 more days to take advantage of this. If you place a $50 order in the US, it's different depending on where you live, but in the US it's a $50 minimum order. Then you get to pick from any of these items, and there's designer paper packs, there's that memory kit right here, right? There's rolls of ribbons, stamp sets, all kinds of fun things. So this is the one right here that I'm referring to. All right, where did I go? Here I am. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and dive into the actual parts and pieces of this kit. So it has memories and more type cards. So there's 3x4 little cards in here. They are one-sided though, because they're meant to be added to your journal or your notebook. And then there's some 4x6 pieces, and we're going to cut those in half. Then we also have these guys here. There's 2 sheets of them, and they're just like little 2x2 little cards. They're a little thinner. They're not as thick as these. Then we have these stickers. So we have sticker sheets. This one's all white, and you can see the different shapes of stickers on there. Then we have these iridescent-y kind of holographic foil pieces. And then we have 2 sheets that are colored stickers. And all of these stickers on this sheet are like and on the white are like cardstock thickness, so they're nice and sturdy. I like that, Cindy. She goes, it's like sunshine in a box. And then we have these black stickers. And so you can, make up your own words. You can put arrows on things. There's even like punctuation in there. Oh, and we have 2 white sheets. Sorry. I thought there was another one in there. And then these two items I didn't even touch at all. Although in my original kit, I did start chopping into them, and I'm like, I don't need them. This is a little pocket. So I could save this and stick it into my journal and then use my leftover stickers and assemble my journal. So I'm going to set those aside because we're not going to even touch them. We're going to mount some stamps here. So I'm going to take let's see here, Be Beautiful. Get it? B-U, but Be Beautiful, because it emphasizes the word you. And then we have Just Enjoy, Smile Every Day, Life is Cool, It's a Good Day, Shine On, and there was one more that I thought I used. Oh, Yay. Okay, so we're going to pull those out, and we're going to mount those onto blocks. So I've got my clear blocks here, And we'll take and just add them to get them ready. We are going to whip together 20 cards, but we're not going to do all 20 on this video. I'm going to go slowly through the first, I'm going to put this on a bigger one. I'm going to go slowly through the first few, and then most of them you'll start catching on to, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, I can do it. So we're going to build up the confidence. If you are a beginning crafter, paper crafter, hang in there, because this, this requires just a kit and a few supplies, and it's fairly easy. So I think you'll be in good hands if you watch this video. You can then take and purchase these products and recreate the cards. Now, if you're interested in visiting my website, it is stampyourartout.com. Let's bring in those extra tools. You're going to need a paper trimmer. You're going to need some envelopes, because we're making cards and the kit does not come with envelopes. You're going to need some cardstock because we need to make them into cards, right? So we're going to start with some basic white, and I'm going to cut that down in half at 4 1/4 inches. So let me just set up my screen here so I can make sure everything's centered. All right, so we're going to cut this in half. This is 8.5 by 11. We're going to cut it in half at 4 1/4 inches with our dark blade. And then we're going to take and turn this, and we're going to trim off 1 1/4 inches. But that, if you look at the measurement sheet, it comes to 9 3/4 inches total. So your card base will be 4 1/4 by 9 3/4 inches. I'm going to show you another way to measure this in just a second. Then you're going to score at 5.5 inches. So if you fold this, you're creating a card base that has kind of a little, oops, sorry, my hair is stuck to my lip gloss. You're going to create a fold that has a little like peekaboo down here, right? Because that way we can, whatever we put on the inside of the card, we can also see a hint of down here. So we're going to score that with our bone folder and set that aside, and we're going to do another one. This time we're going to extend the arm of our trimmer. Okay, so you can bring that arm out and you can cut it in this direction at 9 3/4 inches. Again, you're trimming off 1 1/4 inches piece of basic white. You can save this and use this for sentiment labels or other things later on. We won't be using these on the cards that we're making today, but don't throw those away. That's a good size scrap. Okay, 5.5 inches, and now we have again a second card base. So let's score that. Let's bring in some Parakeet Party now. Parakeet Party is one of the colors of the 5 that are leaving us the end of April. So January, February, March, April. The January through April mini catalog ends end of April. The annual catalog ends end of April. So in April, we're going to have about a month's notice, maybe even a little bit more. I think we're going to get a little bit into March too. But so the end of our March and on into April, Stampin' Up! Is going to announce some products that are going to be leaving us, retiring, last chance type things. And every year we have 5 colors that leave. This is one of my favorite greens. And it is going, and I am going to have a little funeral ceremony because I'm so sad it's disappearing. But this is one of the greens that is that coordinates with the kit. It's again called Parakeet Party. So we're going to trim this piece to 4 1/8 inches. And I'm hoping that it's available in Germany. I just saw a comment. I believe it's available in Germany. I think all the products are pretty common overall. So check it out and then let me know. Okay. So then we're going to go to 5 3/8 inches. So what we're doing is we're making a layer that's 1/8 of an inch shorter in each direction so that we have this fun little 1/16 of an inch kind of all the way around. All right. So that is one layer that we need. We're going to do one more because we'll need another one in just a second. So we'll do another 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Obviously, you can get 4 of these pieces from one sheet. All right, So let's take these two and we'll put that over there because we'll need it again. And now we're going to start grabbing some stuff from the kit. So 4 of the cards that we create are going to be done with these squares. These squares, there are, what, how many? 2 times 6, that is 12. There's 12 of them. And so to get 4 cards from 12 of these, you can use 3 per card. So we'll punch them all out. They're very easy to punch out. And we're going to start building them up on the top of the card. So they're going to be on the front in that little square area that's right here, okay? That square area, I believe, is, let me just measure to make sure, but I believe, yeah, it's 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Hence the reason why I had you cut that way. So we have a square piece that's on the front that we can add these squares to. And these squares measure, and I'll just use my grid paper, yep, 2 by 2. So what I did when I started creating these cards is I said, oh, which ones go together really well? And which ones kind of have the same theme. So for our first card, we're going to take the smiley face that looks like this, and we're just going to add a tiny bit of adhesive in the middle, just to kind of start it off. And we're going to add that right here. And the whites are slightly different. Our kit whites, the cardstock is manufactured in a different place, and so we have a different source for it. So you're going to have 2 different whites. You have the cool white and then the warmer tone right there. So that's why I thought, I don't need any extra layer underneath them because they stand out a lot. Then we'll put another one down here. And again, I'm just doing a little bit in the middle and I'm not pressing hard. And I'm doing that this way because I want to make sure that they all layer really well. So that is the way to do it. Okay, and I can see that this card base is slightly bigger. I might have cut my cardstock off a bit. So I'm going to check 4 1/4. I'm just going to trim off a little bit. Sometimes in the manufacturing too of the cardstock, you get like an extra 32nd of an inch or something, which I'd rather have more of than less. So we just had to trim that up. And now when we set this on, yes. Okay, so now I'm going to add adhesive. And then we're going to line them all up so that they look really great together. So I have about the same amount surrounding, so like the same amount of border all the way around. Then we have that extra spot on the lower right front, and we want to fill that in. So that's where the stamp sentiments come in. And I thought, okay, which ones are great for making cards? And we are going to use the one that says smile every day because obviously we have the smiley face in it. So you started putting yours on the, okay, yes, Patricia just said, I started putting my stamps on diagonally. It is. You know what, because you're not distracted by the edges of your block. She said it helps to get hers on there straighter. Well, good. I'm glad that helped. Because I tell you, if I put my stamps on straight on the block, then I am too focused on the edges. I'm glad that helps. Okay, on the inside, we're going to use, oh, I already have it here. We're going to use one of the Parakeet Party Greens, and we're going to stamp on the inside of that too. I might as well just keep this open. We're going to stamp the words Shine On. And we'll center that and stamp it. I should have my Stampin' Pierce mat under these because they're photopolymer stamps. Okay, so that's done. And then we're going to go to the stickers. So we bring in some of these fun little stickers. And I think this pink little sticker, because we have a lot of orange here, so there's some pink. Let's go ahead and add a little smiley face to the inside here. And I also want to add, so what I think of as the embellishments in this kit is the holographic paper. So we're going to use the holographic paper and tape to add our shine, our fun, our pizzazz. And I am going to cover this every once in a while because I feel like I'm going to dump something in it. Okay, let's take some of this and we're just going to lift that up. And oops, oops, oops. We're going to add it across. Oh gosh, Rachel. Holy cow. We're going to add it across the top of our paper like so. And this is going on the inside layer of our card. And boy, I did that off camera so much smoother than I did just now. So that's going across the top, which means for a little shine on the inside, we need some shine on the outside. So for the shine on the outside, we're going to do one more little flower down here. And we're going to do a heart. I keep looking to this side, by the way, because I'm checking to make sure I'm copying correctly. Up there. And that, once we add this, is our first finished card. Very, very bright and cheerful, right? Wouldn't this be a fun card to give to a teen or a kiddo or just anybody to brighten their day, right? Shine on. Smile every day and shine on. So we have one card done. Let's take a peek at another version. Let's bring them both in here. So these are two different cards with the same type of theme. So you can see I used this piece here, I used that one, and I used this one. So similar imagery, same design. Here I added a small pink heart just because I thought it needed more pink on the front. And then the inside is the same as well, only with the orange smiley face. More shine, more bling is always a great thing, says the Bling Bling Crafter. I love it. Yes, I agree with you. All right, next we have another version of that card, only this time we're using 3 others of the 6 that are left over. So let's set those aside and let's bring in, we're going to use the polka dots, we're going to use this piece, and we're going to use this one. And I'm going to, even though I told you to do a little bit of tape and make sure that they're all balanced and then tape them on, for speed, for the sake of speed, we are going to pick up the pace right now, and I'm just going to trust that I know where to place these. And we're going to put a third card together. So we have 2 done, even though we only made 1, but the other one's made the same way. And then, oh yeah, I probably could have trimmed better. That's okay. Let's go like this. We're going fast. Ugh. But this is going to be part of one of the prizes, so I want to make sure it looks good too, you guys. I'm going to bring this down just a bit. If you peel them off kind of sideways, or where you're not pulling straight up, it works. It works much better. Okay, and then we're going to stamp Life is Cool. And I'm sorry, yeah, Life is Cool on this one. Let's bring the Stampin' Pierce mat underneath. All right, Life is Cool. Let's stamp that right in this spot here. And we're going to put some stickers on. So we need a holographic little, what is that? A flower down there. And then we need a heart again. Plus we're going to add a smiley face. And this smiley face is going to be propped up with a dimensional. Now, it might concern you because there's stickiness on the back side of this dimensional, or I'm sorry, on the back of the side of the sticker, but it has a very small area where there's stickiness on the sticker, and I don't think it's going to affect the card. So on this one, I'm not going to worry too much about that, but I'm going to show you a trick so that you can get rid of stickiness. So there we have our smiley face and heart. And then on the inside of this card, and another version that I'll show you in a second, we're going to put, here, we'll just add this right now. We're going to put some more stickers, and of course we need some shiny stuff. So we will put a flower down here. We're going to put a white flower, so let's grab from one of our white sheets, one of these guys. And then at the very top, we're going to do another small white flower. So when the card is closed, you see 3 holographic little shiny parts, right? And when the card is open, we still continue to see that little glitz that we saw a peek of. So you just ordered the kit yesterday. Yay! Brenda, did you get it as a Sale-a-Bration freebie? So again, this is free with a minimum qualifying order, or you can purchase it. You can purchase it, and we can continue to purchase it after Sale-a-Bration ends on Thursday. So if you do fall in love with these ideas, it's still available. It's just not free at that time. Okay, this card I paired up with a similar design using these 3 and I made this version. So now we have 4 cards done. And we have the smiley face over here instead of over here, just for balance of circles. And so I put the glitz down here instead. So glitz, glitz, glitz. And then on the inside we have a white flower and one of our Mango Melody flowers down here, which was one of the colors that was available, I think, last year, and it's gone. So that one is part of the color collection in this kit, and it makes up for that sun along with pumpkin pie. So there we have 2 other cards done. The next card is done with some blue cardstock. Now I'm going to bring in Balmy Blue. So we'd make 4 cards with the Parakeet Party Green on the inside, but we make the rest of them with the Balmy Blue on the inside. And for these, we're now going to use the cards that are these guys here. So we have the 3x4 cards, and to put them on the front of that same type of card layer, and here is that card layer right here. I have another one done. To put them on the front here means we have a space over here. So I thought, well, what colors go with all of these cards? And in my mind, the Balmy Blue, even though it's not the same blue that's in the kit, it's kind of a calmer version of it. This is actually, I believe, Azure Afternoon. Let me take a peek. Sorry, I'm reaching through the camera here. No, Tahitian Tide. It's Tahitian Tide. And so Tahitian Tide is just a brighter blue, as you can see, right? And this is kind of a calmer version of it, so I thought that would be a nice color to put on the inside of all the other cards. We're going to cut these to 4 inches wide, though. So all the blues are going to be 4 inches wide. We're going to do a couple of those. Might as well get those done. And then we're going to cut them to 5.5 inches long, which is weird because that's the exact height of the card, right? Why is she doing them to 5.5 inches long? Well, because when I laid one of these cards on top of this, I said to myself, okay, that gives us 1/8 of an inch all the way around. So the borders have to change. We now have to make this 4 inches instead of 4 1/8. And in this little spot here, we have about 1 inch, but it's actually a little less. So we're going to take that amount and trim that off of this piece. It's kind of a paper saving technique. So we're going to fill in that spot with a 7/8 inch tall or wide, however you want to look at it, but a strip. So 7/8 inches by 4. That's going to go on the top right here to fill in that space. So on the inside of the card, we could have made a full sheet, but then that would have made us dive into too much cardstock. So instead, we're just going to make this a little bit shorter, just because it kind of has that same feel when you open it up. We have a little strip up here, we have a little strip up here. Carries on through. So those are the parts and pieces that we're going to need for the rest of our cards. They're all going to be cut like that. Let's get this one set up for our next card. And these we'll put aside so that we can use them. For these, we need to cut them all down. So all these pieces are going to be cut in half. And again, they're only one-sided, so we have 2, 4, 6, 8, and so they're all getting cut at 3 inches because half of 6 is 3. So we have 8 pieces here. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 plus the 4 other cards we made. We're going to make 16 more cards. I won't make them all in front of you, but I'm going to show you that style of card now. So let's set our trimmer off to the side. And the first pieces that we will grab will be that one. And we need some white stickers, and we need some grid paper because now we're using larger, the larger white stickers. And we're going to take one of these off of here. This is a cloud sticker or a fluffy sticker or like I'm thinking kind of sticker, right? And we're going to bring in a tool called the Embossing Buddy. The Embossing Buddy is part of